Yo guys, what's going on? SJ here again, bringing you all another Team Fortress 2 related video. So, in today's video, I'm joined by Killionaire, who has actually recently hit 1k subs, so good on you, Killionaire. And we're going to be talking about the top 5 best looking cosmetic sets for the Medic. And I just wanted to quickly thank Killionaire because he is only the second person to make their own SFMs for this series, and it really lifts the workload for me. I mean, the SFMs aren't that hard, they're very, very basic, but the rendering time and all that does hinder me from making the videos, so it's great when people make them. And it does change up the SFM style in these videos, which I think makes them a little more interesting for you guys to watch. Actually, just before this video starts, I want to give a massive thanks to Neville, who earlier today donated me a pink painted Dead of Night and a Killstreak kit for the Crusaders crossbow. Quite fitting since this is a Medic video. I got Crusaders crossbow. Yeah, I was streaming Overwatch earlier and he gave this to me. So thank you a ton, Neville, and yeah. So if you guys want to donate, which is not compulsory, I don't mind if you do or don't. If you do, it's greatly appreciated though. And I thank you, and you get shouted out like this, but that's not really meant to try and bribe you. That's just sort of what happens because I'm grateful. And yeah, anyway, this is getting awkward. So yeah, anyway, thank you, Neville. Thanks a ton, and I'll leave my trade link in the description in case any of you guys wanted to. Another quick thing I wanted to address is if the audio for me sounds a bit off in this video, it's because I got a tiny bit of a sore throat and my recording area isn't the best. So yeah, and without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So in 5th place or last place, whatever, we have the Gentleman's Gatsby, the Ubermensch, and the Heat of Winter coming in at 9.55 ref. I think the price is quite reasonable, and the Gentleman's Gatsby goes really well with the Ubermensch, and the Heat of Winter really finalises this set. I'm sorry about in the SFM how the Heat of Winter clips with the Medic's gloves. I find that quite hard to edit out, and I haven't quite figured out how. If any of you know how to fix that, that'd be great, because I really like the Heat of Winter, and it'd be nice to use it and make it look as nice as it does in-game on my SFMs. So all in all, I think this is a really nice set for quite a decent price, and all the items complement each other really well, giving the Medic a sort of formal and smart look, almost as if he has a medical license and knows what he's doing.
So my first pick will be the Das Maddendoktor, the Quadwrangler, and the fashionable Megalomaniac. Now this set is very cheap, it's only going to cost you around 6 refined for the lot, 1.44 for the fashionable Megalomaniac, 1.33 for the Das Maddendoktor, and 3.11 for the Quadwrangler. I can tell you now I have a passion for mad scientist themes, and this Medic loadout just takes the cake. There are little words needed for this loadout really. All I have to say is, people will know you mean business.
Coming in at 3rd place, we have the Nunhood, the Physician's Procedure Mask, and the Angel of Death, coming in at 9.66 ref. And as you will probably know, I kind of like the clean, almost try-hardy loadouts, and this is pretty much that try-hardy loadout of this list. Although I must say, the Angel of Death and the Nunhood, I don't know specifically, but I presume they were made and released together and meant to be used together. I think the Physician's Procedure Mask really tops up the try-hardiness with a little banner. Or not banner, bandana. That's the word I was looking for. And I think this set, all the cosmetics really go well together, and it's quite cheap, and like Killionaire just said, people will know you mean business. I'm sorry I stole that. I'm so sorry.
My next pick will have to be the White Crone's Dome, Colonel's Coat, and the Byte'd Beak. Now this set altogether is going to cost quite a bit if you've got the metal and the keys for it, but 22 refined for the Byte'd Beak, 2 refined for the Crone's Dome, 3 refined for the Colonel's Coat, and a key for the white paint. Now you can cancel the paint out if you want to because it still looks good without it. I just prefer the white paint because it's my kind of favourite colour. Now my reason for choosing this loadout is that it's actually one I use for my personal loadout, which can be kind of biased in this list, but I'm going to let it slide for now. And I absolutely love it to pieces. The Crone's Dome is one of those that, like I said, it looks good in all sorts of paints and can be really good in different cosmetic combinations if you play your cards right. Byte'd Beak, the reason why I chose this over the Blighted is because the metal bit just looks more serious, if you know what I mean, it looks more fearful. And the Colonel's Coat is one of those things where I just love military style clothing and everything, so I just had to pick it really.
And at last place, well, actually first, but last on the list, we have the Grimm hat, the Blighted Beak, and the Smock Surgeon coming in at 9 ref. This is your Plague-Doctor set, with the Grimm hat and the Blighted Beak pretty much being the Plague-Doctor. Like, the Grimm hat is pretty much just the Plague-Doctor hat, and the Blighted Beak, I think it's actually meant to do with something historically accurate where the Plague-Doctors had, and they had, they put like animal things over their faces, something like that. There's also a skin in Overwatch for Reaper called Plague-Doctor, and he has a sort of beak instead of his normal edgy skull face. So I guess it's sort of a... whatever, this is getting off topic. Anyway, I think all these cosmetics go really well together. The Blighted Beak and the Grimm hat, like I said, I like the Plague-Doctor, and I think the Smock Surgeon really finishes it off as being a sort of guy who has to be out there, and thus he has an apron to protect himself from getting covered in blood and disease, and yeah. And for just 9 ref, I think this set is 100% worth it, and to be honest, this is probably the set I'd go out and get if I had to get any of them. One, because it's the cheapest, two, because it looks really dank with the whole Plague-Doctor thing to it, and I really like that because I'm quite interested in medieval history and all that, and like the Black Death and stuff, and it quite interests me, so I really like this set. So that's going to conclude it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and just remember, this is our opinion, so don't get offended, and be sure to go check out Killionaire. I mean, it's pretty funny and sort of stupid me giving him a small sort of shout out, since he's 3 times the size of me, but, you know, whatever. And also, if you guys have any different medic cosmetic sets that you guys really like, well, I mean, of course you'd like it, because otherwise you wouldn't be using it, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always interested to hear what cosmetic sets you guys use to alter my own cosmetic sets and freshen it up for me a bit, because my sets tend to be the same and generic and using the same all-class hats, which some of you have actually pointed out in the past. So again, a big thanks to Killionaire for being in this video, and as always guys, have a swell day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.